Oh my gosh, she loves looking at herself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to do a Neapolitan inspired eye look today using a couple of my palettes from my collection. So for this look, I'm going to be digging into my Tarte Maneater palette. And I have talked about this before. This is a palette I got around like last year. And I just recently dipped into it. So it's still new. I've only been using like a couple of colors in this. I really love this palette. I feel like I've been like hanging onto this because it's just like, I don't know, like I just love all the colors. And yeah, I consider Tarte to be my like luxurious brand. So whenever I get a palette from them, I tend to use it on occasion, or like if I'm going on vacation or for something like special, I guess. But I'm gonna try my best not to do that because I did spend money on it and makeup does expire. So that's why I decided to include this palette in my eye look today. Actually, I plan on using this palette a lot coming up in the fall. I've been kind of making a note of different fall looks that I'll be wearing. And another palette that I haven't really been digging into as much, this is Revolution Makeup. I always get confused by the name. I don't know if it's just called Revolution or Makeup Revolution. But let me know in the comments if I'm saying that right. I guess for the sake of the video, I'll just call it Revolution. The name of this palette is called Decadent. And this palette is really beautiful. I feel like it's actually the perfect like neutral fall palette. And maybe you can use it in like, I guess like February or something. But look at how beautiful these are. You get mostly matte, and then they threw in a couple of shimmers. Six shimmers in here, and this white one right here. So beautiful. But yeah, like I'm just trying to get my use out of my makeup and just kind of rotate my items. I'm like so excited to get into like the fall season coming up. So those are like the main palettes that I'm gonna be working with today. And I'm already wearing my moisturizer. I put on my vitamin C serum today, and I'm just wearing my Dollar Tree moisturizer. And I know I've said this in previous videos, but I really like using this moisturizer. It's really lightweight, especially if you're kind of like not going outside. You're kind of just like hanging out at home or like indoors. I feel like it doesn't really clog my skin. It does keep it moisturized. So it's perfect for this video today. To get started, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. eye primer. And this will basically hold all of that makeup in place. So to get started, I'm going to be using my eyeshadow brush. And then I'm going to go in with the Maneater palette. And this one is called Nightfall. And I'm going to be taking this maroon shade in Vixen. And I'm also going to take one side of the brush and put that eyeshadow on this side. And then I'm going to go in my Revolution palette. And I'm going to take this shade in Scorched. It's kind of like a light red color. And I'm going to use the other side of the brush to get some product on. And I'm just going to basically put this on my inner corner. And then I'm gonna mix that lighter shade on the top. And I did go a little bit like in the middle of the lid. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. I should have used a smaller brush. For some reason this eye just looks pretty sloppy. And then in the middle of my eyes, I'm actually going to be taking my eyeshadow primer and I'm just gonna kind of like apply it to the middle of the eye. We're gonna have to go in with the reds with the smaller brush later on. So then next I'm gonna be using this kind of like light off-white color, and this is in the shade Pounce. So I'm gonna take that and directly apply that to the middle of my lid. And we're probably gonna have to go back in again later on to kind of fix that. And what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to do like strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And then I'm just gonna bring that color up to the crease area. And then I'm gonna be taking this chocolate brown color right here, and this is called Tease. It's a little hard to see the names of the eyeshadows because it's kind of like a metallic color. I'm going to be taking this brown and applying it to my outer corner. Use my fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is such a like rich brown. I really love the Tarte eyeshadows. They're kind of like, they have like such a nice like buttery feeling to them. And they're super easy to blend. Kind of went a little bit inward. I'm trying my best to make them look even. Anytime I do like this divided eyeshadow look, I'm always like messing up. I think we're gonna have to blend those out later. I'm just gonna kind of try to match what I did. I'm gonna kind of take the edge and buff it out a little more. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and kind of blend that out. For some reason, that brown, it's not like blending for me. So I'm gonna try to use my finger. That's the best I can do. It just looks so, it just looks too dark on the inner corner, but I don't know what I did. That is all for the top of the eyes. And then I'm gonna be just applying the rest of my makeup because I'm gonna basically take what I did here and apply it to my lower lash line. I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops and I'm just going to be applying just one pump of this. Because it's an ice cream themed look, I want my skin to be a little bit dewy. this stuff is just simply amazing. And you know what? For some reason, I feel like I'm missing a step. I don't like that feeling. I honestly haven't really been wearing that much makeup recently, because I've been just like super busy. I've been deep cleaning my house, and I've actually been pre-recording a lot of videos because we're actually going to be leaving on a little trip coming in the fall, which I'm so excited for. And we haven't been on vacation in well over like it seems like forever. I think 2023 is when we went on a vacation, but it wasn't that big. And this vacation is actually going to be our longest vacation. And I think I'm going to be recording it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll probably end up recording it. So yeah, I've been kind of going through all my clothes, and the place we're going to be going is Colorado. And I have absolutely never been to Colorado before, but my husband grew up there. So that's where we're gonna be going for like almost 2 weeks. It's like 9 or 10 days. And I'm gonna be driving there. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also excited. I always get nervous before a vacation. I don't know why. I'm always like the type of person that thinks like something bad's about to happen. I don't know why. I know that's like not good to do at all, but I'm always like worst case scenario type of person. Like, I don't want to say I'm super negative, but I just overthink everything, and I don't know. Certain things make me nervous, especially if you're like traveling to a state you haven't been before. And so I'm just taking my concealer and I'm kind of just applying that under my eyelids because I feel like my eyes need the most help. And then I'm just gonna kind of blend that in. Oh my gosh, right now my face feels like super soft. Like, I love the way it feels. I'm going to be applying my Ioni liquid blush in soft pink. And I chose this because it's going to go really well with like the whole like ice cream vibes. So then I'm just going to kind of blend that out. Every time I've been wearing my cream products this way, before I put on my powder, just makes it look really good. And it is kind of like a lot of steps. I don't know like if everyone does it. I know that I discovered this like on TikTok. I'm just gonna take this face powder and I'm just going to apply that everywhere. But yeah, like when I discovered, I don't even know who was doing it first, but I watched someone do the makeup like that and I tried it out and I was like, wow, this is really nice. Because you can still see the blush even after you put on the powder. And I don't know, it just like makes it look really natural because you can just kind of leave it as it is. I just love the way it looks. But I'm definitely going to be applying a powder blush on top. So I feel like I've been using this thing forever. I repressed this like about a month ago and I still have like a lot of product left. I feel like I don't need very much because it sets my face really nicely. And I'm going to be applying that strawberry color. And this time I'm using a smaller, flatter brush. I'm just gonna kind of mix those two colors together. And it's just like a really pretty, like, strawberry look. Because I didn't want to have something like too pink or too red. I mean, I guess if I was doing ice cream, I would technically go for the pink, but I don't know. I feel like these colors just look really beautiful all together. Taking my finger and using that, going in with that color again in Pounce. And I'm just gonna kind of dab it on. And then I'm just gonna go all the way up to the top. And then because this is the middle of the eye, I don't really care too much about mixing the colors or like going over the colors. So then I'm gonna go back in that same order and just copy the look. And honestly, you don't have to add that like darker, like this darker color. I feel like just wearing that red alone would look fine. I just wanted to see how it would mix together. So then the white is probably not gonna show up. It did show up a little bit here, but let's see. Kind of have to apply a lot of coats. And we're gonna take that brown and apply it. I'm gonna bring up more on the top. And I'm gonna kind of keep the colors separated so it doesn't look too muddy. But I'm just gonna clean off my brush and kind of blend it slightly. I'm gonna add this light shade here and I'm gonna put that on my outer corners. This is in the shade Fascinate, and it's kind of like a neutral glittery color. It's actually very glittery. I'm just gonna apply a little bit. See what that does. And you know what? This color here, it would look really pretty if I were to put it in the middle, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to go like too crazy. I don't know how I feel about adding it to that red, but maybe if we like blend it out a little more. Okay, so I like that better when I'm kind of like blending it like all the way out. So I went ahead and I applied some eyeliner and mascara. And I just basically used a white eyeliner. And then for mascara, I used my Ioni Dollar Tree mascara and then my Maybelline Great Lash. For cheeks, I'm going to be using my Clinique blush, and this is in the shade Ice Lotus. And this is basically just a really beautiful, kind of like a frosty pink color. This is actually a blush that is in, that I'm like currently panning at the moment. So then I'm just going to take this fluffy brush and then just apply a little bit to the cheeks. And you know, I feel like this look, when I compare it to a super pink color, it kind of has like a fall look to it. So as much as I loved how my eyeshadow looked, I feel like I could have gone a little bit lighter of a pink shade. Just because now when I apply the brush, the blush, it kind of, I don't know, like I don't want to say like it darkened up my eyes, but I feel like this look is kind of like towards fall, which is fine because it is September. So I feel like I added a little bit too much red for this look, but that's okay. I'm just gonna like continue on. So now that I have on the blush, I'm actually gonna be taking my powder Revlon bronzer. This is in the shade Bronzilla number 12. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna kind of go over where I put that cream bronzer. And then for my highlighter today, I'm going to be using a couple of shades from this palette here. This is my AOA Studio Baked Highlighter. This is actually a 3-in-1. It's a highlighter, blush, and eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking this brush again, and I'm going to go in with the red and the browns. Kind of put that on top of the blush. And then I'm going to take that that white color and then just apply more on the top. And then I'm going to be lining my lips with this nude colored, kind of like a, I guess like a skin tone color. And I'm going to kind of line my lips with this. I'm actually going to fill it all the way in. I was looking for my LA Colors nude lipstick and I cannot find it. I wonder if I left it in a purse somewhere. And then over that, I'm going to use my new AOA Studio. This is, it says Perfect on it. This is in the shade Dollhouse. And this is basically a really shimmery nude pink. It's really beautiful. That's just what it looks like. Yeah, that adds such like a beautiful sparkly lip color. And then to finish off this look, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild setting spray. And that is the completed look inspired by Neapolitan ice cream. So I feel like I really like how this look turned out. I really love the lips and I love the cheeks. I do, yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I do feel like I could have used a lighter lipstick. I mean, not lips. I feel like I could have used a lighter pink for the eyeshadow, but I guess like it kind of, because these two colors are lighter, I feel like it darkens up my eyes even more, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not sure why I noticed this like when I was done, but that's the only like complaint I have about this look. And I really loved how the colors kind of like came together. And definitely I feel like this palette is absolutely beautiful. I feel like you can use this for like all year round basically. You have a couple of like shimmery bright colors, and then you have a lot of dark colors. I feel like the colors down here are perfect like towards the fall time, the middle being like really pretty summer colors, and then the top two rows are definitely like an everyday neutral. You can wear this like for every day, your neutral look. And I definitely have some looks coming up using the shimmery colors, probably around like the fall and winter. But yeah, I think this palette is really beautiful. I loved how it applied on my skin. And if you don't have this yet, definitely check this out. This is my third Tarte eyeshadow palette, and I absolutely love Tarte. I definitely have to check to see if they come out with any more eyeshadow palettes, but yeah, I really love Tarte's. So definitely check out the Tarte website and see if you can pick yourself up one of these, because I think they actually just came out with a third one that I saw on the Ulta website. So definitely check that out. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and I had so much fun as always sitting down and playing around with my makeup. I'm going to be doing more ice cream inspired looks because this one was so much fun. And comment down below what other looks you want me to do coming up, and I'll see if I can make that happen on this channel. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I have now reached 61 subscribers, and I'm so excited for where this YouTube journey takes me. And thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. If you watch the end of this video, go ahead and comment an ice cream emoji so I can see how many people watch my videos all the way through. So as always, make sure you pay it forward today. Make sure you're kind to someone. And don't forget to hug your cat. I can't kiss her because I have lip gloss on, but make sure to go hug your cat today, or your dog, or whatever animal that you have, or your husband. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.